Welcome back. The Herd is coming up next right here on FS1. Let's head over check in with Colin Cowherd today. Hey, Colin, what's on the show?
How do you explain what we all watched last night? I'll try. Plus, Packers, that's a bigger issue. That's coming up.
All right, thanks, Colin. According to Fox Bet, the Cowboys are 7-point road favorites against the Giants tonight. New York is looking to get revenge from their 35-17 Week 1 loss to Dallas. So, Shannon, what will the score be tonight?
31-13.
Wow.
31.
Cowboys are the better football team. Giants starting a rookie quarterback. He's had some starts, but he's still a rookie, and he makes mistakes. They turn the ball over too much, and Dallas will capitalize on those. I don't think the Giants are a very good football team. And I noticed I hadn't heard of, Sherman and, the general manager pumping their chest about that pick they selected, Skip.
Oh.
I think you just tried to jinx my Dallas
Oh,
Cowboys.
my goodness.
Because every time you pick some kind of blowout, it becomes a close game, or it might go the other way, because you picked the Cowboys to annihilate the Jets that day, right?
I did.
For the last time they were in this stadium.
Yeah.
So I will point out that that spread has actually just been bet down to 6.5.
Oh, I just checked.
Just
Wow,
now,
that's
just
crazy.
checked before I walked up
Seriously.
here,
Huh.
and all of a sudden the bettors are jumping on the home team, the Giants. And again, my team, I think it hadn't played now. Is it a month since they haven't?
Feels
Whatever.
like a
You know,
month. Feels
and
like
so
a
they're
year.
going to have to shake off some early rust. They'll probably have a slow start. I'm not going to be surprised if Daniel Jones throws for about 300 and maybe a couple tubs, and that this is a much closer game than you might think. So I'm going to go. Listen, I would take a 1-point win tonight against a division rival on the road on Monday Night Football.
Giants are a bad football team, and you know it.
I don't know that.
You
So
do know that.
I'm going to go Cowboys 28-24, a relatively close game, and I will be hugely relieved if they win by 1 point.
I sure hope I better wear
Yeah.
my chef hat
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Oh, yeah? That was
Are you
impressive.
going to wear it?
I don't know
again
where
tomorrow?
that was.
Well, you better pray your Cowboys win,
Yeah.
or you will see it again.
Your jinx attempt
Shut
just
up.
failed because I just unjinxed it by
They
acknowledging.
haven't come this year yet because Zeke's still getting into football. Not shape, but he didn't have all camp. It's different. And people have to understand he missed all of that. For anybody to think that he's just going to come in and be the same Zeke is not fair. He has to work his way in. I know it's 7 weeks and it's taking a little longer, but trust me, it'll happen. Shannon, who has the bigger game tonight? Dak or Zeke?
Skip, I expect Zeke to have a big game tonight. The Giants are 23rd in rush yards allowed. They're 11th in rush average allowed, and they've allowed the 3rd most rushing touchdowns. So this is a recipe for Zeke to get back on track. But this notion that Zeke has dropped off a cliff, Zeke's got 400-yard games in his last 6 games. See, this notion, and people keep going back to Ohio State. Since his rookie year, Zeke has had one 40-yard run. One. In 4 years. See, what's happening, Skip Bayless, is that people see McCaffrey, Christian McCaffrey, Skip, and it seems like every week he got a 70 or 80 or 50-yard run in his toolbox. But hold on. But that was the thing that you didn't like about Saquon. Jenny Skip told me Saquon, he get all these little yards, 5 yards, -3, and then ping, 80 yards. Now Zeke, all Zeke does is hammer. 5, 3, -1, 8, 10.
0, -1, 0, -2.
Skip, all I know is Zeke got 4 100-yard games in his last 6 ball games.
Yeah.
Can I interest you in that?
He got 1 in garbage time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Skip, why you won't get a man
It's
credit?
the Eagles. Yeah.
Zeke is not Christian McCaffrey, the home run guy. He's not Saquon Barkley. That's not what he is. He hasn't been that since he's been in the league. You keep wanting him to be what he was at Ohio State, but 340 carries, 330 carries, that adds up.
You're forgetting his rookie year. He would catch screen passes
Yes.
and just take it to the house.
Yes.
He would go 60, 70 yards with a screen pass
Yes.
or just a little slant pass.
Yes.
And that guy is no longer with us. That guy I haven't seen, which is why the Athletic, I've been saying this to you for, what, a month now on this show? I'm not seeing the same Zeke. So the Athletic writes, before they get to the quotes from Gary Brown, the running backs coach, Elliott has not shown the burst of his younger years through 7 games this season. I've been telling you, he now looks more like Earl Campbell. Not a bad thing, just a different thing.
Right.
Earl Campbell is half fullback, half halfback.
Right.
So he will run over you as well as through you and
Right.
occasionally around you, but not that often.
Right.
And Earl Campbell didn't last that long in the league.
I think about 7.
About 7 years, because he just took way too much punishment. And as we all know, unfortunately, Earl has paid for that in his post-career life because it's been hard on his body, right?
Very.
Okay, so now we get back to the Gary Brown quotes. He's saying he's not quite in, he's not talking about in shape, he's talking about in football shape. Well, 7 games is a lot of games to me. Come on. Whoever you are, you're going to be that.
Trust me. I played 14 years. If he ain't in football shape now, he ain't getting in football shape.
I totally agree. And he says, trust me, it'll happen. And I hope he's right, and I hope you're right about tonight. And he goes into the analogy, if it's like boxing, a good heavyweight boxer goes to the body. Only Tyson swung at the head all the time. Okay, I'll give you that until the end of Tyson's career, and then he was swinging at nothing, right? Right? He wasn't landing anything.
Right.
But he said a lot of good boxers go to the body, and so it's to him, it's like 3-5, 3-5.
Right.
Just keep banging away.
Right.
And I like that. I agree with that philosophy, but he doesn't have much, if any, Saquon in him. Saquon's the complete flip side of Zeke. Because Saquon cannot do what Zeke can do to the body. Right? Boom, 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 boom. But Saquon, if you let him loose, he will be gone.
But the thing is, Skip, is that you have to understand what Zeke is. Zeke is a body puncher. Mike Tyson was a knockout artist.
Yep.
George Foreman was a knockout artist. You get guys that try to beat you down, but that's not, no, I'm trying to get you up out of there. That's what Zeke does. Zeke turned 3-yard runs into 5 yards, 5 yards into 8. You people expecting Zeke to go hit his head on the goalpost like we've seen Christian McCaffrey. It seems like every week, Skip, we're watching Christian McCaffrey take off for 50-plus yards. That's not what Zeke is. Since his rookie year, 1 run of 40-plus yards. That's all he's had.
You didn't throw in the passes, though. Passes are longer.
Yeah, okay. I did with that one situation in Pittsburgh, I think he caught the screen and went 80 yards. But Skip, but really, this is what Zeke is. Zeke is a hammer. Zeke is, now, Adrian Peterson was a hammer, but Adrian Peterson ran 4.3, Skip. And still, Adrian Peterson still can get gone. He had another 100-yard day. But Skip, when I look at Zeke, I say he's a hammer. Zeke, the longer you let him run it, 20, he starts getting good. He starts getting that 15 to 20. That 20 to 25 is where he breaks your back. That's where he breaks your will.
Okay, I hope that happens tonight because I am concerned, as I've been saying on this show, it feels like the annihilation of the Eagles happened last season. That's how long this break has been. I can't even remember what happened.
And we ain't nowhere. We got 5 wins, y'all got 4. So what happens if y'all lose tonight? Who in the front, who in the back?
We're in 4-3. What are you?
We got 5 wins.
Okay. And you got how many losses?
4.
Oh, thank you.
But if y'all lose, who gonna be in the front and who be in the back, Skip?
Y'all aren't gonna lose. Y'all aren't gonna lose.
You hear that, Giants? That's bulletin board material, what you talking.
I'm just matter of fact about that, but my team needs to start fast the way it did against Philadelphia. And I don't know how fast you can start if the rust kicks in right out of the gate. And what happened the last time? What happened the last time they were in this stadium? What happened? Help me out. The Jets happened, right? You remember that?
Hold on. I know you ain't talking about the Jets that just lost to Miami.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I know you ain't.
It was simply the single most embarrassing loss of this entire NFL season.
Say it again.
That Sunday.
Say it again.
I just
embarrassing.
Okay.
I'm embarrassed for you.
It was a slow start by the defense that day.
Oh, not the defense.
Well, obviously it was because that guy Sam Darnold that now they're saying might be a bust. He had his career day against the Dallas Cowboy defense.
And look at the defense. Look at the Giants. Look at the Jets defense that couldn't stop Miami. Miami done gave away all their best players. Kenny Steele, Kenyon Drake, Laramie Tunsil. They giving them all away. They just ran right through the Jets defense. A defense that y'all can only get 22.
So when we last saw my Dallas Cowboys, what did you see, Mr. Sharp? You saw a tour de force. You saw every reason why they could get to the Super Bowl.
I saw a team got 4 turnovers. That's what I saw.
Really? I saw 37-10 Dallas over the Philadelphia Eagles. I saw Carson Wentz, W-I-N-C-E, as in ouch.
You won't see that again. I bet you won't see that again.
I'll bet I will.
I bet you won't.
So that team came out hot that day, that Cowboy team, and just jumped all over the Eagles from the start, went up 14-0 right away. It was 27-7.
Yeah, turnovers and back-to-back turnovers.
Okay, well, that's forced. Those are called forced. Those are created. Those are called takeaways.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that. Kind of like what Dak did against Green Bay. Forced takeaways.
Yeah, when you hit the guy right there in the
Don't do that, Skip. Don't do that.
So I would like to think you're right about Zeke, and I'll take 50-50 that it'll be both their, they'll have like a co-star night. But as you say, the Giants are 23rd against the run, but they are 25th stopping the pass. So you can sort of pick your poison here, and I think that the least poisonous would be for Dak just to throw it. And I think
you subject yourself to getting back there and somebody hitting your quarterback in the back of his head. Just hand it off, run the football, Skip, and just let the play actions open up everything else, because Dak is very good at play action.
So I think Dak's going to have a big night, but I also think Daniel Jones could have a pretty good night against a defense that probably will be without Leighton Vander Esch. Sounds like Wolf Hunter still got head issues from the Eagles.
Well, with all that talent you got Quinn, you got D-Law, you got Jalen Smith.
Michael Bennett.
Michael Bennett now. So now I don't want to hear nothing, Skip. I don't want to hear about no Vander Esch.
Still got Sean Lee, so maybe he can take up the slack.
And Vander, look, as much as you like, I like Vander Esch too. He's not Luke Kuechly. Okay, he's not Bobby Wagner, so stop.
I'll give you that. But he can run.
He can.
And he can cover.
And he's been missing a lot of tackles.
He has. Skip. I would agree. But the guy who's starting to rise and shine is the other guy, the other young guy, Jalen Smith. And I expect on Monday Night Football for him to have a big game. And I do expect my Cowboys to beat the Giants.
I sure hope for your sake. I had a superfecta this week. I got the Ravens one, and Braun got two of them things. I got a superfecta.
Really?
Feeling good.
Superfecta? Braun had little to do with that.
No, Skip, stop that. Will you stop saying that?
They won in spite of him last night, for sure.
Really?
But it's okay.
Really?
Dwight covered for him.
Really?
Really.
Dwight
so
covered.
who you got winning tonight? Come on.
Real.
Oh, really? You want me to take the Giants?
Have some guts.
No.
Have the courage of your convictions. No?
We're going to beat the Bulls on tomorrow night, I'll tell you that for sure.
All right. Well, so now you're changing the topic to LeBron.
I'm not taking no Giants with Daniel Jones, really?
Well, there we go.
Okay,
Thank you.
we're going to get back to it later.
But Philly got something for you guys. You just keep winning. You just keep doing what you're doing, and you're going to have to see us.
We will.
Sooner or later, Skip Bayless, you're going to have to deal with them walking to them.
Yep.
We're going to go back to what we saw last night.
Okay,
said that right under your breath. Was it a potentially career-defining moment for Lamar Jackson? Who better to join us than Michael Vick to discuss? I'm so glad he is here. We'll get him to join coming up.